Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back to some more VGC. I have not played this team in particular that we're using, which is the Xerneas team, pretty much since the last episode. I have instead built the Mewtwo team in-game. It's finally finalized. So when we next play, we will be using that team. I did get asked a question in one of my last videos on the comments, which was what I thought about Series 9 rule set. Not the biggest fan of it personally. Honestly, it's a little bit deflating because you spend a lot of time, obviously, team building and planning and doing a lot of stuff around Pokemon when they're introduced into the metagame. So in this instance, it's a lot of like research and time gets put into legendaries, even just like EV training them, getting them in game, working out movesets, all that kind of stuff for, 3 months of usage. It's just, yeah, a little bit depressing, but that's okay. Here's what it is. It's taking a while to find an opponent, so I will just pause the game. Alright, as soon as I started to like change the music, it found me a game, so I have no idea what song this is going to be. We it's the exact same, almost the exact same team, but with a Zacian. Which is so bad for Xerneas. Like, so bad. This is not a good matchup. I think a Lecky is like a must lead. Could lead like a Lecky Lapras. It's kind of good for everything except an Lecky lead on their end. Porygon 2 is a really interesting Pokemon on their side because they don't have much for like Trick Room. But I guess Porygon 2 is just a good Pokemon, so it makes sense. Okay, what about Incineroar? Incineroar, Landorus. Do we just leave the Xerneas in the back for this game? I mean, outside of Zacian, it's pretty good. But Lapras is very good here too. And I don't know. Oh, we're bringing the Xerneas, why not? Also, the power went out in my apartment for like, actually in the entire like area it went out for like a solid hour and a half, so it's only just come back on, so I'm kind of tempting fate by jumping straight back in, but I was like, I really need to record something, keeping up that daily upload streak. So hopefully it doesn't cut out, I'll be very, very disappointed. So it's a Lapras lead, not a huge surprise. Incineroar also. I'll see whose Intimidate goes first, as it will be theirs. Okay. So I have two options here, which is I can Dynamax the Lecky and just go for a Max Lightning onto their Lapras. They could also switch out into Landorus. Would you bring Landorus into this matchup? 100% they have Zacian in the back because you also see its form has changed, which is something I talked about like way at the start of the format. That was a thing. So they definitely have Zacian in the back. The question is whether they brought Landorus as well. And whether I just want to make a... Gonna Max Lightning here. And Parting Shot here. If they don't switch, I'm upset, yeah. So, as I said, I could have made that play. Didn't really want to. It does mean, of course, I have a Dynamax Lecky against a Landorus, and they're almost certainly Dynamaxing the Landorus in this game. At least that is my assumption. I have no idea how much this Max Lightning will do to a Incineroar, but hopefully it's enough. Alright. And assuming they don't fake out my Incineroar, I'll get a Parting Shot off. Okay, so they fake out the Lecky to cover for a Volt Switch. We get crit, which is unfortunate. Whoa. That's good damage, but that is good damage. I'll take that. So I'm thinking the better play there was to... probably switch, I guess. Just switch out a Lecky. That's fine. We're getting Parting Shot off, which is really good, because it does mean that if they want to Dynamax a Landorus, they're going to have to do it at -1. With the potential for Incineroar to then switch back in again. And this is actually a really, really good opportunity. Ooh, Landorus? No, Xerneas. To switch in the Xerneas. Because, yes, we know that they have the Zacian in the back. I couldn't think of the thing's name. This Max Lightning is practically free into Incineroar. I have two options here. I can Geomancy with the Xerneas. I just don't know if I live a +1 Max Quake. Or I could hard switch out into Landorus to get another Intimidate. The thing is, can they really afford me to Geomancy here? Or maybe they just assume they live it. We'll go for Geomancy. The last time I didn't make the big balls play, it didn't work out. I should have Geomancied instead of protecting. They don't switch out, they do Dynamax. So, it's fine. Part of me thinks I'll target the Alecki, but it's the fastest thing. It's also a huge, obviously, threat to Lapras as well. Okay. So we get rid of the Incineroar. It's our second turn of Max. I guess the other benefit to switching out, say, into Landorus is also A, the Intimidate, and B, if they Max Quake the Xerneas. So maybe switching to Landorus was a better option there. But I just didn't think I was going to get a better opportunity at Geomancy than right now. We just got to hope that we live a -1 Max Quake with the Xerneas. May also Airstream too. But they do Quake. Quake is a better option there. And they do target the Alecki. Don't survive, which is unfortunate. They got a +1 Speed Def. We can go out into Incineroar now, which means we'll get an Intimidate off. The idea is that outside of crits, we should be able to make this Landorus pretty weak. If they bring in Zacian, it's even better for us because we'll have Intimidate on it to bring it back to neutral. And then we can also go back out into Landorus to bring it down to -1. Yeah, so we get their Intrepid Sword. Get our Intimidate off. Let's see, do we have Fake Out? We do. They most likely protect this turn, but I think I'm better off Faking Out and Moonblasting. What do I Dazzle? No, I Moonblast. I Fake Out and Moonblast. I could go Landorus. Hey, they don't protect. I was kind of expecting them to protect, which is why I didn't Dazzle, but that's fine. Okay, that's really good damage. Okay, they Quake again. I shim into Incin. Yep. Okay. So is a Landorus switch there better? I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. Okay. So for them this turn, their better option is to Behemoth Blade and Quake the Incin. Go Landorus and just protect, I think. Although I can just Moonblast the Landorus to KO it. And trade Xerneas that way. What do they have in back? Lapras. The Lapras matchup against Landorus and Incin is very good. Hope we live a -1 Behemoth Blade? Might. I don't think so. We might. Unless they have Max Guard on the Landorus, which if they're Sword Stance, they might Max Guard this turn. That's why I should Protected. That's silly of me. Protect is definitely a better play there because it also stalls out Max and a potential for a Max Guard, but they don't Max Guard. Okay. Moonblast does KO. That's very, very good. And they close combat. Okay, that's so good for us. That is so, so good. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, so they're at -1 defense, -1 special defense, -1 attack. So they were covering for the Xerneas Protect, which is smart. I thought I had superpower, but I do not. I could Earthquake myself, that's an option. I could Earthquake. I could Earthquake. Like, Protect Earthquake. How fast is your Lapras? How fast is my Landorus? Alright, we're gonna Protect Earthquake. And we Protect. Zacian protects. Yeah. I was tempted just to Moonblast the Lapras, but it's fine. Because next turn we have a Fake Out into Lapras plus a Moonblast into Zacian. And that's 50% on that Lapras. So I say risk the pump. Like, obviously it kills, like, don't get me wrong. But do you not have Freeze Dry? They might be the Blizzard set. Okay. Now we go Incineroar. Damn. I was very much tempted to Moonblast the Lapras slot. In fact, that play probably would have won me the game. But then I would have Earthquaked myself and would have taken a ton of damage. Okay, actually we just Fake Out Zacian, don't we? They can go for a double Protect, but I think I Dazzle to cover for that, and Dazzle should KO Lapras. Okay. I hope this KOs Lapras. Okay, good. That means we win. Fantastic. Cool, so now we just click Flare Blitz and Moonblast, and that is the game. Flare Blitz. Moonblast. Yeah, they literally can't win this game. So, not bad. I'm glad I brought the Xerneas. I'm glad I G-Mantied the turn that I did. And yeah, that's good. Actually learning how to play Xerneas, which is awesome. I mean, yeah, it was like a tough matchup. I definitely think I won off the back of that turn 1 read that they were going to switch out Lapras. It was a very obvious read, don't get me wrong. But I think using the option of Dynamax on a Lecky just sort of shows that being able to play with, you know, flexible Dynamax, like you don't always have to max your, you know, Legendary. You can use it on something else, clear the way for your Legendary. Alright. I actually don't... It's really weird, like the music is quite loud in my ears. But I could not tell you what I thought of that song in the last game because I just don't remember hearing it. Which I guess is good, it means I'm focused on the game, I suppose. Oh boy. Alright, the Dialga matchup isn't awful. It's not ideal, but it's not awful. Okay, so Xerneas here is very, very good. Rillaboom poses a bit of a threat, and obviously Dialga also poses a bit of a threat because Dialga generally is Assault Vested, which means Landorus is my best option for it. They have double Intimidate on their end. They have a Rillaboom for the Lapras. But the only thing stopping me from leading a Moongus plus Xerneas is what? A Dialga plus Incineroar lead? I mean, there's Rillaboom Grassy Glides, which are a bit annoying. What's better here, Incineroar or Landorus? I think Incineroar, to be able to switch in and switch out all the time, is very nice. Double Intimidate here is very good. I think Landorus is strong. Alright, let's try this. The idea behind this lead is to potentially get a Rage Powder plus Geomancy, try to effectively weaken everything in my opponent's team to the point where Landorus can clean up in the endgame. That is the current idea. But I assume they lead, I don't know. Okay. I wasn't expecting Landorus plus Dialga. But I mean, I'll take it. There's no fake out here. And we are Focus Sash on the Amoonguss, which means we guarantee to live 2 hits. Sorry, we'll take 2 hits with the Rage Powder. Also, that's Scarf Landorus. I just realized, because it outsped Xerneas. Unless we're modest? Because Jolly hits 157, I think? We are modest. Alright then. Very good. I could also go for Spore, but I like Rage Powder. Let's make sure I pick the right move. I always get worried about that. Rage Powder, Geomancy. What could they do? Protect Earthquake. Max Quake into the Moongus. They do max immediately. It will be Dialga because it's in the event ball. I assume, I actually don't know. I actually, if you're them, you Rock Slide and hope to flinch me. Which is not ideal, but. Are they a weakness policy? Oh, telepathy, of course. I forgot about that as an option. Ugh. Oh, okay, so they're Jolly Life Orb. Okay. Also, I lost half my health for that. Jesus. I'm wondering what they do here. Like, what I mean is, if I had protected Xerneas and just gone for Spore, what, like, do they max Lightning here? No, they just Steel Spike. Does Amoonguss take this? No, okay, fair enough. So you get a defense boost. Okay. Let's check out Landorus here. I don't remember how fast Dialga is. I don't think it's that fast. Yeah, we bring out Landorus. Get Intimidate off. I wonder if Max Quake into Dazzle KOs. Everything else they have touches the ground. So we Quake here. And Dazzle. They're almost certainly Assault Vested though on the Dialga. Tempted to protect Xerneas. Oh, they are +1 defense too. Okay, we know for this play. Landorus switches out, not a huge surprise. Into Incineroar. Okay, so they brought double Intimidate as well, which is probably something I should have been prepared for. And the worst thing about this is, because I protected, I get faked out next turn. Okay. Right. Okay. That's not good. So we protect. We are fast with Landorus. +1 defense and -1 attack. Yikes, dude. So def increase is nice because Dialga is pretty much always special. It is Steel Spike. Into the Xerneas. Alright, alright, alright. Xerneas is at +3 speed def. We don't have max fighting. I'm tempted to airstream the... They've done 2 turns of max, this is their last turn of max. So why not get +1 speed on the Landorus, then we outspeed their Landorus, is that really a point to that? Yeah, let's pick up. So I was saying, I did so much damage, man. Ugh. And Dialga is so bulky. I mean, we're at +4 speed def on the Xerneas, but I'm sure we'd take like 20% from this still. Yeah. Dang. Should have played a bit more aggressively with the Xerneas. Like, I think instead of protecting, if we dazzled that turn, we'd be in a much better position. Not a great position, but a better position. Now they can just cycle Intimidate pretty much endlessly, and we just lose. So I guess on that turn, my better play was to double protect and hope I got it. Try and cover for my own misplay. Do you switch Dialga out here? I wonder. Is Landorus that switches out, okay. Sorry, Incineroar switches out into Landorus, obviously. So they would have just let my... Is that a crit? Actually, no, if that was a crit, that would have killed. Burst power... Jesus, man. Also, that was still faster than me after the airstream, so they're like max speed. How are they that bulky being max speed? Okay. We Sword Sense. Is what we do here. And we hope that that Earth Power was a high roll. Or the EQ, I guess. Sword Sense, Sword Sense, Sword Sense. And just Lariat again. Yeah. Into the Incineroar, we all get it. And don't get me wrong, they're playing this properly. It means that they also have Fake Out next turn. So I could have Rock Slided, but Sword Stance is just gets me back to -1 instead of being -2. So we just gotta hope for a low roll, I guess. Oh, alrighty then. Very good. So with Fake Out, basically this game is over, so we'll just forfeit, stop wasting my own time. So on the turn I protected the Xerneas, had I have just gone for Dazzling Gleam, we would have done about 50%, maybe more to that Incineroar, and Dialga would probably be dead by now. We're still getting Intimidate cycled, we're still probably dying to Max Steel Spike, I would assume, but I don't know. The game would have been different, and so I think think that was my better play on that turn. But that's okay. Whatever we learn. So we're versing Aang with a Kirim White team. That's very cool. And a Aegislash. I know someone will be very excited about that Aegislash. Okay, so there is a Comfey, which means Kirim White is probably weakness policy. And Lord knows that I want to deal with a weakness policy. Let's see, let's go Amoonguss, Xerneas. I feel like that worked out pretty well for us last time. Aegislash is a bit annoying. Incineroar perpetually is an annoying Pokemon. We could... Incineroar is good for the Aegislash plus the Ninetales. And it's either Alecki or Lapras. I think Alecki is actually pretty good here. Yeah. Just having Alecki in the back in case they want to bring the Koko, we can effectively punish them for setting up terrain on us. The thing we have to be careful of with Aegislash in particular is it gets access to Wide Guard. So we need to be careful about using Dazzling Gleam with Xerneas. Yeah, or Electro Web with Alecki. Let's see, will it become Fake Kirim? No, it'll be Ninetales and Aegislash. Alrighty then. Snow Warning's a bit annoying because it means it breaks our Focus Sash on Amoonguss. So what do they have in the back? Kirim plus what? What do I have in the back? Incineroar, which is actually a really good switch in here for the Xerneas. Would they go Koko here? Gonna try and Spore the Aegislash. I guess the question is, like, if you're gonna go Koko, I guess you switch out Ninetales, or you just set up Aurora Veil, go for Flash Cannon, and hope I don't Spore? Maybe you Blizzard. You might Blizzard plus Flash Cannon the Xerneas. Or Flash Cannon Amoonguss, I'm not sure. It is just going to be Veil. There is no Koko switch out, obviously. Swords Dance. Okay. I am glad I spored that slot. Hopefully you're not Safety Goggles. Very good. Go to sleep. Alrighty then. So unfortunately Amoonguss does take hail damage. Aegislash is slower than our Incineroar, which is very nice. Okay. Darkest Lariat or Parting Shots? Would they switch out here? Would they switch out? Oh, what if they're weakness policy? What if they're weakness policy? Maybe Parting Shot and attempt to Spore the Ninetales slot too. Because they also have Aurora Veil up. Okay. Good. Here's Koko. Alright, fair enough. So they actually had the Koko on the back. Okay. So Amoonguss might go down here to a Blizzard. Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I will just go frick myself. Okay. That is unfortunate. That's actually really unfortunate, because we could have just gone Xerneas and click Geomancy. Now I have to go Regieleki like a sucker. Sorry, I keep lowering my back, which means I drop out of the webcam screen. Okay. This Ninetales is almost certainly a Focus Sash variant, I would assume. I can Electro Web here. I think Volt Switch is better. Volt Switch Protect. Bit of a weird game, so I don't really know what my opponent wants to do here. We stay frozen. That's unfortunate. And they are Focus Sash. Not a huge surprise. We'll go Incineroar. We're probably eating a Blizzard plus. I would imagine a Volt Switch. The good news is, because they're Focus Sash, they're not Light Clay. Bad news is, we're going to lose our Amoonguss here. Yeah. Good old freeze, eh? I mean, I guess. Sure, man. Oh, I have to be careful of that, because if they power swap my Xerneas, I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay. So we have to risk getting frozen this turn. Lovely. Because we fake out the Coco Geomancy. Yes, yes, okay. What if they max the Coco? And we copper max lightning into Xerneas. Sorry, nose is very itchy. How bad is that? It's pretty bad. But, okay, how many turns of all of this crap is left? 2. Okay. I reckon they max the Coco. Okay, it stops me from faking out into Aegislash, that makes sense. Ah, they do max. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. My better play then was to Parting Shot. Yeah. Should have Parting Shotted. Yikes. They are Life Orb. Okay. We could max the Incineroar. That is an option. Actually, do we live Hail? Now there's a question. Because the Ninetales could switch in and reset Hail, which would be unfortunate. 16 down to 4, okay. Alright. I want to Parting Shot the Aegislash, Moonblast Coco, and hope that Moonblast kills. That is my only option here. Because Hail should end this turn. Oh, they have Aurora Veil up. Most unfortunate. Yep. Completely forgot about Aurora Veil. Not that I had much choice, but that's okay. Okay. Should I have fled there? Oh, they got rid of the electric train. Interesting. Okay, let's keep that Aegislash nice and weak. Switch out. Go into a Lecky. Alright. I think this is the last turn of Hail. I hope it is. Oh, thank God. Okay. Aurora Veil wears off, that's good. Maxi Alecki, Max the Lightning, and we hope that the Aegislash does not wake up. They could switch out Aegislash into Ninetales to get the weather back up. I mean, I can't stop that from happening because I don't have my Moongus to Pollen Path my Xerneas. But hey, who needs their good support Pokemon, you know? Not I. Yeah, they don't switch, which is very good. We need them not to wake up. If they wake up and go for Wide Guard, I may get a little upset. This game is far from over, obviously. But we gotta make the best with what we got. Okay, good. Good. Okay. I hope Max Lightning KOs this Aegislash. Okay. 2 knockouts. Ninetales comes in. And what else we got? The best case scenario is they have a Pokemon that doesn't have Protect. That's the best case scenario. Because then Xerneas should be able to pick up a KO on it. Oh, I forgot about Kyurem. Oh no. Oh no. We know they're Policy Kyurem. I don't have any way to change the weather. Okay. Have they even maxed yet, have they? Oh, they maxed the Coco. Okay, so we're Lightning into the Ninetales to get a guaranteed knockout. We switch out into Incineroar to cover for the Protect. Yeah. Okay. If they're Assault Vested, then that's fine. But I need Aurora Veil not to go up, which is why I'm targeting down the Ninetales this turn. Obviously, and I know Kyurem White is a special attacker and all that. Yeah. There's Protect. Okay, very good. They protect the Kyurem. Yeah, they went for Aurora Veil, I assume. Maybe they didn't have Protect on the Ninetales, which makes sense. Okay. So we basically need to get the Xerneas in either after Hail ends or on a free turn. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think we... It's... Oh, God. I mean, it still would have gone into the Kyurem, but I like to make sure I'm targeting it. My best option here is to fake out. Yes, means nothing gets hit. Okay, they went for a double. Huh. So the fake out was kind of useless. It's good damage though. How much are we doing? Ooh, that is some clean damage. Mind you, we're probably copping a Blizzard to the face. Okay. I gotta think about this for a second. Will Incineroar live a Blizzard? Will Incineroar live a Blizzard? Will Incineroar live a Blizzard? Thinking about switching out Incineroar into Xerneas. Let the Xerneas go down. Incineroar comes back out. Wait. Okay, hang on. 3 more turns of Hail, 2 more turns of Terrain. They've just protected. I can protect this turn. Hope that Incineroar just cops it. Yeah. This is gonna be such a close end game. Actually, without Terrain, oh, I should have bolted. No, they called it. Shit. Okay. It's happened again. No. Because now they just protect this turn. Bollocks. Yeah, now they just protect this turn. God bless. Oh, I didn't expect Earth Power. I expected Blizzard. Because Blizzard would have knocked out Aleki and probably knocked out Ensign. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay. I guess they didn't trust that Blizzard was going to KO Ensign. They thought Ensign would KO them back. Obviously that didn't happen. At least you just needed to survive for one more turn. And, okay. So that was a misplay on my part. Because if I just Thunderbolted, 2 Thunderbolts would have KO'd it. Lost on a Hail. We protect this turn. Stall out the remaining Hail so they can't just Blizzard freely. Yeah. And they are just Earth Powering though, which makes sense. Now we have to Thunderbolt and paralyze them and hope they get fully paralyzed. That is our best play. Oh man, 2 Thunderbolts would have killed. Oh. Oh well. Man, this was a good matchup for Xerneas too. I shouldn't have lost that game. But I'm trying to think. It was the turn the Coco hit me with Max Lightning, like that was the biggest deciding factor of that game. That put me in such a bad position. And then obviously the switch out of the protective in Aleki. Oh well. We're gonna grab one more. Gonna hopefully not lose a game because I misplay. Alrighty, so one of the last games I just played, we pretty much got disconnected from each other like halfway through the game. And then I played another game and the same issue happened. So I'm gonna try with this one, see how we go. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. There is a Rhyperior, there is a Regigigas plus a Weezing. There is a Zamazenta, there is a Shuckle. What on earth am I looking at? Okay. I wonder if Lapras is worth it here. Sorry, I'm just trying to think like what I'm doing, because it's a very strange matchup. It's just like, how do I deal with that Weezing? It's the biggest problem, which is why I don't like Aleki. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but that's okay. That is fine. We'll make it work. Because Rhyperior is probably Lightning Rod or Solid Rock, but I would imagine Lightning Rod. It's in a weird spot on their team, unless they're one of the Pokemon has Trick Room. Let us see. Just Gigas plus Weezing, not a huge surprise. Spore here. Fake out here. Do I need to fake out? I think I do fake out because Weezing probably tries to go for a double up into Amoonguss potentially. They could also protect the Regigigas. So I could have doubled into Weezing that turn. It might just be a double protect, to be honest, if they have it. If they don't have protect and their 4 attacks are Regigigas, then this Spore is looking pretty nice. But yeah, in case you're wondering, like, with Regigigas' slow start, obviously neutralizing gas turns that off. That's why these two are a very, very, very good core. And we're very strong in Series 7. Okay. Do you max guard? Do you protect the Wheezing? What should go here? You don't protect the Wheezing. So we're just going to try and double into the Amoonguss. I assume, yeah. Yep. There's a lot of Amoongusses are focus sash these days, so it makes sense they would attempt to do that. Oh no, my speed. They are Life Orb. Wheezing flinches. Let's put their Gigas to sleep. Because neutralizing gas, even if I switch out, I don't get my regenerator. Do I want to protect the Amoonguss this turn? Just gonna attempt to go for a Spore here, see what they do. Parting Shot, they could have Clear Smog. Yeah, we'll double into the Wheezing this turn. Rage Giga stays asleep. Obviously, it's its first guaranteed sleep turn. They do just Sludge Bomb the Amoonguss slot, that makes sense. It also shows that they're Sludge Bomb and not Clear Smog, I guess. And Wheezing takes out like an absolute champion. Alright, we're gonna go Landorus. If this Gigas gets a 2-turn wake, I will be very, very upset. My best play here is to Airstream and Parting Shot Gigas, I think. They might protect the Wheezing in case of Max Quake. If they get a 2-turn Wake Up, I probably die to a Max Hailstorm anyway with Ice Punch. But this is kind of how I have to play. This is my best answer to the Wheezing plus Gigas play. Just gotta play the odds. Okay, Wheezing protecting there is not a surprise at all. Ah, God bless, man. We still die. Yeah. Like, it's a 30% chance for them to wake up. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I sincerely don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I don't know. We can still potentially win. But we've just lost our max like instantly for nothing, basically. Because our opponent got lucky. Yeah. Don't know. Okay, go in Sin. Their max is over. Gigas is at -4. We just fake out Wheezing here. Do we fake out Wheezing? What's Wheezing gonna do? Sludge Bomb. And so here's how this probably ends. I probably get crit by the Gigas, that is my assumption. Okay. Back out Wheezing, Giga Impact, we avoid. Okay, that's big. Okay, we also have to hope that +2 Dazzling Gleam. I wonder if they're Wide Guard. Is it a problem if they're Wide Guard? It is a problem. It's a problem if they're Wide Guard and they have Clear Smog or Haze. Xerneas still slower than the Wheezing, but that makes sense. Flare Blitz. I could just Flare Blitz Moonblast. What would they be? Max Quake, Max Strike, Max Hailstorm. They haven't shown Wide Guard at all. If they Wide Guard... Is there much of a difference between them Wide Guarding and me just going for this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Dazzling did not KO the Gigas. Slow Start will now become active. Oh, I just realized I haven't been intimidating it. I'm an idiot. I'm literally sitting here thinking, oh yeah, it's -4, it's -2, it's all this. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. Sorry for that. Okay. No. Oh, I just realized I knocked it out. I was like, oh, what I can do is now target around the Gigas because it's inactive for a turn, but I forgot I Flare Blitzed. Oh well. Okay. So there's probably a Zamazenta in the back. And what else? Zamazentas are generally just support sets. Let's try Rhyperia. Okay. Defense boost on the Zam. They could do the shield bashy thing on... So their play could be shield bashy thing on Xerneas. Ground attack onto the Incin. They could protect Rhyperia, or they could protect Zam. They could protect Zam and hope that Xerneas targets Zam because it's the bigger threat, and then Rhyperia gets a free knockout onto Incin. Dazzling Gleam's not going to do it. They're going to protect the Zam. I have to hope they don't have it. Okay, they have Helping Hand. Okay. Oh, they Helping Hand EQ? Oh no. Oh no, please. How about a Flare Blitz burn? That'd be kind of sick. It kind of tops. Okay. Oh, that's so clutch. Alright. That's lucky. That's very lucky. Alright, that makes up for the first turn wait. Alright. Very good. Oh boy, was that lucky. Now we just Lariat and Moonblast. Moonblast better knock out from here. I should protect it actually. Yep. Yeah, the better play there was actually to protect on Lariat. Then the Rhyperia takes more turns of burn and hail, particularly since I wasn't 100% on it dying. So it might have been AV or something. But okay. I actually got to complete a game, so that's good. So that'll be 4 games that should go up out of 6. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Sorry, I'm a bit lost. That last game took a lot out of me. When we come back for the next episode, I will have the Mewtwo team ready, so I hope you're excited for that. If you are, let me know down below. And if you like this episode, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.